Hey everyone, get ready for an amazing story. It's all about a super smart young inventor, a city that runs on pure sunshine, and a big mystery that almost turned all the lights out. This is the story of future Silas and the City of Light.
Okay, so picture this. Our story starts in a future that's not too far off, right here in Nigeria. Imagine a city so bright it felt like it was lit by 1,000 suns, even when it was the middle of the night.
So let's start our journey in this incredible place. First stop, welcome to the City of Light.
Now, this wasn't just any city. This was the City of Light, a beautiful, sparkling eco-city where everything, and I mean everything, from the streetlights to the schools, ran on clean energy from the sun. And the brain behind it all? A really smart solar AI that made sure everyone had all the power they needed. It was, a perfect system.
And right in the middle of this perfect city lived our hero, a young inventor named Future Silas. You could usually find him in his workshop, this really cool high-tech lab looking out over the Lagos Lagoon, tinkering with old gadgets and turning them into amazing new robots. Everyone called him the robotics dreamer, because, well, if you could dream it up, Silas could probably build it.
But Silas's real superpower wasn't just building things. It was a special AI skill, problem solving. See, he had this motto, don't just dream big, build small until it works. He knew that every huge solution always starts with one small, clever first step.
But you know how stories go. Even in the brightest of cities, sometimes a shadow can fall, and things in the City of Light were about to change.
So one evening, just as families were sitting down for dinner and kids were trying to do their homework, something weird started to happen. The lights began to flicker. And then they started to dim. Not everywhere, just in the neighborhoods, in the places where people actually lived. The city's perfect balance was starting to tip.
So get this. While the lights in people's homes were getting dimmer and dimmer, the big business districts, where all the huge companies had their offices, were glowing brighter than ever. The smart AI, the one that was supposed to be fair to everybody, was suddenly choosing sides. It was sending way more power to the businesses and way less to the people.
And this left everyone asking one giant question. What was going on? What was wrong? I mean, the whole idea of the City of Light was that the AI was fair. It was built to help people, not to pick favorites. What could have possibly gone so wrong?
Future Silas saw those dimming lights, and he knew, right away, this was a problem that was way too big for just one person to solve. It was time to put together a team of dreamers.
He knew that the biggest problems aren't solved by one person working alone. Nope, they're solved by a team, with everyone bringing their own special skills. So he grabbed his communicator and made a couple of calls to two of the smartest friends he knew.
The first person on his list was Vera. Vera was this brilliant analyst who could look at tons of numbers and data and see the big story hidden inside. From her lab, she could see how technology was affecting people not just in their city, but all over the world.
Vera's superpower was a really important AI skill called critical thinking. She always said, every algorithm is a mirror. It reflects what we feed it. Basically, she knew that if an AI was being unfair, it's because a human taught it an unfair idea somewhere along the way. Her job was to find it.
Next up, he called Dreamer Ade. Ade was an amazing storyteller. She could imagine a better world, and just by telling stories, she could get other people to imagine it too and help build it. She believed that technology always had to help people.
Ade's superpower was another huge AI skill, creativity. She knew that the best tool for changing the world wasn't just code or machines. It was the stories we tell about the future we want. Her message was simple but powerful. Your story can change the world.
So, the team was assembled. It was time for action. But they weren't there to fight the AI or shut it down. They were going to do something much smarter. They were going to teach it how to share.
And here's how their amazing plan worked. First, Vera used her critical thinking skills to dig deep into the AI's code and find that one unfair rule. Next, Dreamer Al used her creativity to imagine a new, better rule, a rule that said taking care of the community is just as important as business. Then, it was Future Silas's turn. He used his problem-solving skills to teach that brand new rule to the AI. And finally, all three of them worked together to test the whole system, just to make sure the light was shining equally for everyone.
What they were doing here, this is a really important AI attitude. It's called responsibility. And it just means using your amazing skills not just to build cool stuff, but to make absolutely sure that the technology you create helps people and never, ever hurts them.
So, working together, this incredible team didn't just fix a small problem. They completely retrained the AI. They taught it a new, better lesson that sharing energy fairly and taking care of everybody in the community was the most important rule of all.
And in that moment, the entire city, not just the team, learned something super important, which brings us to the best part of the story, the lesson we all learned.
And just like that, this warm, bright light washed back over the city. The city of light was glowing again. But this time, it was different. It was better. Every single home on every single street was now just as bright as the tallest skyscraper. The city wasn't just powered by the sun anymore. It was powered by fairness.
And the story teaches us something so important. AI is a super powerful tool, for sure, but it's at its absolute best, its strongest when it's guided by our human wisdom, our creativity, and our belief in being fair to everyone.
And that leaves us with one last question, and this one is for you. Just like future Silas, Vision Vera, and dreamer Ade, you are the builders and thinkers and dreamers of tomorrow. So, if you had the power, how would you teach an AI to help your community? What problems would you want to solve? Really think about it, because the future is just waiting for you to build it.